Booth, Sky 5. Yes, bring it, bring it, bring it. We are in Compton, Frank, and this is going to be at the Lincoln Memorial Park. It's a cemetery right off of Central and Greenleaf. Now, this was a reckless driver that the Sheriff's Department spotted and attempted. Uh-oh, here we go, here we go. What's he going to do? Okay, he's going to be just now coming up on the exit. He actually entered the Memorial Park here, the cemetery, and now he's back northbound on Central in the Compton area here. So a few minutes ago, Sheriff's And fire's got you here. We'll keep it above 1,000 too. Sorry about that, guys. Sheriff's Department down low making a position report to me here. But northbound on Central from Greenleaf. This initiated about 10 minutes ago where the Sheriff's Department spotted a reckless driver and attempted to pull him over. It's that white pickup truck that you see there driving at an extremely high rate of speed. He's just now coming up on Alondra where he has slower traffic up ahead. The light just turned green. There are some vehicles moving through the intersection. He's going to go into a gas station. Oh, my gosh. Okay. He's in an ARCO, an AM/PM gas station, and look at the evasive maneuvers this guy is undertaking here. You are only going to see this pursuit on KTLA. Sky 5 HD is the only helicopter covering this Sheriff's Department pursuit. Again, northbound on Central, just passing the departure end of the Compton Airport here. So northbound on Central, just passing Alondra. We'll be coming up on the next major, which is going to be Rosecrans in a matter of another 30 seconds or so, but you can see the Sheriff's Department in pursuit of this guy. Initially wanted as only a reckless driver at this point. He continues to evade the Sheriff's Department at this point. Guys. You may be pulling over here. Yeah, northbound. Reckless driving, Frank and Jess, and yeah, they attempted to pull this guy over for that reckless driving charge, and oh my gosh, he's just coming past a red light there. This is going to be Compton Boulevard, northbound Central to westbound Compton Boulevard here, where this police pursuit is taking place, and he's just now making a U-turn here, opting for southbound Central. I will say that over the course of the past 10 minutes or so, this guy has been kind of staying along Central as his kind of main thoroughfare north and southbound here. So this may be an area of familiarity here. He is now making an eastbound turn into the neighborhood. I suspect that this guy kind of knows where he is at this point and has a certain level of comfort driving around streets that he may be familiar with. But again, he is just about 3 or 4 blocks north of the Compton Airport. You just saw him turn east off of Central and into this residential neighborhood here. He is just turning northbound, and he'll be coming up on Compton Boulevard. He's just now coming up on a deputy here. Okay, a little bit of cross traffic, and now he makes another eastbound turn. I'll try and get the street for you here. It's just going to be one residential street below Compton Boulevard here. So that's going to be 151. 151st is where he is at right now, eastbound on 151st. And again, just kind of slowly making his way through the residential neighborhood here. An extremely dangerous situation potentially for people who might be, on the ground, pedestrians here, commuter traffic that are traveling on the residential streets. But there he go. He's made it over to Compton Boulevard and is now eastbound on Compton Boulevard, and he's going to be heading over towards Wilmington Avenue here, and that is kind of the direction that he's going. So pulling over, it appears. Now let's see if his intention is to give up. Again, you are only going to see this on KTLA. Sky 5 HD is the only helicopter covering this LA County Sheriff's Department pursuit here, and as that Sheriff's Department deputy came up to the back of him, he started up again. So now he was pulled over to the right, in hopes of having him pull over here, and now he is kind of coming at us again, the eastbound side of Compton Boulevard here, eastbound, and the Sheriff's Department continues to follow this reckless driving suspect. Guys? He's going to be coming up on Wilmington Avenue here. AutoZone, Wilmington and Compton Boulevard. Yeah, going the wrong direction here. So now he's pulled over to the right. So again, northbound. This is going to be Wilmington Avenue from Compton Boulevard here. And he's again more or less through a residential neighborhood here. He's going to have what appears to be a high school coming up on his right in just a short bit here. But the sheriff's department on the ground at least seems to be backing off here. We heard some rumblings about them going into surveillance mode, and that would be certainly out of an abundance of caution for commuters and for pedestrians out on the street here. They do still have a sheriff's helicopter overhead, and they are continuing to monitor him. This is going to be Poplar Street eastbound from Wilmington Avenue here, and it's just outside what appears to be a high school here. I don't know the name of the high school, but certainly that is going to be what it is here. Eastbound on Poplar, and this is going to be Davis Middle School. Davis Middle School is where he just crossed over in front of here. He continues on Poplar Street eastbound just past Matheson Avenue here. So eastbound Poplar from Matheson Avenue and again into a residential neighborhood here. So he continues to travel. I do not see any Sheriff's Department vehicles behind him, and again, this may be just in an effort to diffuse the situation a little bit, to not escalate things. And we understand surveillance mode. Something as dangerous as this potentially can be here. They don't want to further endanger any commuters or pedestrians out on the streets here with this guy driving, at a fairly aggressive pace here, from what we have seen over the past several minutes. So again, a residential neighborhood in Compton here. We are just one block north of Poplar, so that's going to be Elm Street, now westbound as he makes his way back towards, over towards Matheson Avenue here, guys. So we continue to watch this guy as the Sheriff's Department helicopter overhead continues to follow this guy. And there's the helicopter through the shot there, but we continue to watch this guy as he continues, a reckless driving suspect. He seems to be slowing down in the residential. Okay, there, he's just now coming up on a sheriff's deputy here. The sheriff's deputy continues eastbound. We just crossed in front of Dickinson Elementary School. So you can imagine the amount of danger that this guy poses here. As he passes in front of middle schools, elementary schools, the potential for pedestrians and commuters on the road here. So he doesn't necessarily seem to be driving too fast at this point. He's just now coming up on an intersection where there is a Sheriff's Department cruiser waiting just up ahead. And let's see what happens as he enters the intersection here. He kind of has stopped there. I don't think he wants to pass that deputy there. And there's another one in cross traffic, and I'll try and get this intersection here for you. I believe it's going to be Spruce Street. I'll try and get that intersection. I believe it's going to be Spruce Street. Okay, R44 over Compton, TV5 just south of you here. Do you have us? Okay. Okay, he's passing in front of the middle school again. Spruce Street westbound. Spruce Street westbound from... Yeah, we sure have, and we've got some air traffic up ahead of us here. If we widen out the shot just a touch, Rich, just enough to... Okay, just to the left of the shot here, we're not going to be able to show it to you because he's actually going away from it. But we just passed Dickinson Elementary School here, and again, Davis Middle School. And so, kind of staying relatively close to some of these schools here poses a threat, of course, to potentially people who might be walking around the campuses here. And we do have a large presence of Sheriff's Department deputies here as this guy just kind of continues. Again, not necessarily too high a rate of speed, at least not compared to what we were seeing at the beginning of the pursuit several minutes ago here, but nevertheless, he is not complying. He is not stopping. He just continues to drive and drive, not necessarily being followed too close by the sheriff's deputies. They are keeping tabs on him from up above. Sheriff's Air 8 is certainly in close proximity to him and is keeping very close tabs, and the sheriff's helicopter is definitely letting the ground units know where this guy is as he continues a northbound trek through the Compton area here. So again, we are just now traveling, I think it's going to be Aranby Avenue here northbound through the neighborhood. Northbound kind of parallel to Alameda, just on the kind of the west side of Alameda here as we kind of move through the neighborhoods here, the residential streets, and he has now turned to eastbound. And as he moves eastbound, if he kind of stays on this path, he'll be coming up on Alameda, where he will have to turn left or right, in other words, north or south, and make a decision as to which direction he wants to continue this pursuit here. But there are several deputies on parallel streets here. They do continue to track him from above, and again, Sky 5 HD has been with this pursuit for the better part of 15 minutes at this point, and we continue to watch this reckless driving suspect here, and he's just now coming up on Alameda shortly, but he will have to make a decision. It looks like he's going to go north. He's going to go north on Willowbrook, and just for what it's worth here, we have a Metrolink train that is just going to be coming up parallel to him. Again, you are seeing what we are seeing here, not necessarily driving too fast. He wants to cross over the boulevard here, and if he does, he's going to be doing so in front of that Metrolink train, so he's just now crossed the tracks. Wow, okay, I got to believe those arms were probably coming down at that point because the Metrolink train is just now coming up on that intersection, so maybe in an effort to evade some of the deputies who might have been following him on the ground. But he is now coming up on Alameda in another block or so. Let's see what he does. It looks like he wants to maybe negotiate a northbound turn just before Alameda. So 1 block west of Alameda northbound. The Sheriff's Department helicopter continues to follow him as we do in Sky 5 HD. Guys? Okay, Alameda, he just, okay, cross traffic. Oh boy. Northbound Alameda coming up on El Segundo. Wrong lane of traffic here, wrong lanes of traffic, northbound Alameda. Okay, above 1,200. Northbound Alameda. Okay. Yeah, northbound Alameda here. We just crossed over El Segundo Boulevard, and we continue to watch this reckless driving suspect. And now he has now made an eastbound turn crossing over Alameda into more of an industrial area, in towards an industrial area here. And the Sheriff's Department helicopter continues to monitor here. And we were talking about how the ground units seem to have backed off here. And, you know, as an officer, you would have to think that they would, just out of an abundance of caution, you know, need to back off here. But their first instinct, of course, would be to engage, as we were talking about here. But certainly they are showing a lot of restraint and letting this guy let this guy do what he's doing here. So they... Hang on just a moment, guys. I got to talk to the police helicopter. Okay. Yeah, and that is the danger, right? And that is the danger. Yeah, my goodness. Okay, so gotcha. I didn't see that specifically. Yeah, there we go. Okay, look at that. My goodness, what is going on there, right? Oh, gosh. Okay, so someone kind of getting themselves involved. Whether or not this person is known to the suspect remains to be seen here. Now, yeah, and now he's coming back around. And, okay, uh-oh. Okay, let's see. Okay. Agreed, agreed. You know, at a certain amount of restraint here, but at some point they might have to intervene, given the fact that the public is now kind of approaching this guy as he makes his way southbound on this boulevard here. We'll try and get the boulevard here. I believe that's going to be Alameda, actually just one east of Alameda here, and we are now southbound, and it could be, no, it's going to be, no, it's going to be west of Long Beach Boulevard here, guys. But there are several cruisers that are now back in pursuit of this guy. They're probably holding off about half a block away, and will be coming up on Rosecrans here in a matter of about 30 seconds, another few blocks here. But again, he has now made a turn eastbound, back into the neighborhood here. And you know what? This guy is just not showing any signs of wanting to give up here, so that is certainly not a good thing for the continuation of this pursuit here. But again, we kind of watch this guy. He's just kind of weaving in and out of the general vicinity, now northbound into the neighborhood here. Several deputies are about a block and a half out, but they are still following him. The helicopter's still overhead, and now we have sheriff's deputies who are north of him, and they are basically tracking him on parallel streets as well. So the next major that he comes up to in about a block and a half is going to be Long Beach Boulevard here, and at that point he may want to turn north or southbound, but he's going to be coming up on cross traffic here as he comes up on the intersection right about now. And again, the wrong lane of traffic there, the opposing lane of traffic. Wow, pedestrians, look out, guys, look out, my goodness, right across the boulevard there as he kind of makes his way past Long Beach Boulevard. And we again continue to watch this guy drive very dangerously through the streets here. Okay. Okay. Uh, 20 minutes, Warren. Okay, he's approaching the 105, He's 1-2. Josephine, I believe, is going to be the street. Josephine. Okay, below the 105. Okay, now northbound Bullis, north of. Be coming up on the campus of St. Francis Medical Center here shortly. Okay. Well, if he had continued northbound, he would have come up on the campus of St. Francis Medical Center here. He was just northbound on Bullis. Now he has made a westbound turn And I believe that's going to be either Walnut or, yeah, Walnut Avenue here westbound. And he's just kind of cautiously kind of moving around the area here. There's a stop sign, and we're trying to get a shot of the driver there. It looks like he was waving around his arm, waving his left arm around there, but continues across the intersection. This is going to be about 2 blocks south of St. Francis Medical Center. We are now north of the 105 freeway here in another residential neighborhood as he kind of continues westbound here over towards Long Beach Boulevard. He's going to be coming up on a T intersection here in this residential neighborhood. He'll have to turn left or right. Just looking behind him, we do have deputies who are about a block and a half behind, the Sheriff's Air Unit still overhead tracking this reckless driving suspect here. He's turned northbound, and now he is westbound again. So just kind of zigzagging around the residential neighborhood just south of Linwood Park, just south of the St. Francis Medical Center here. The next major he comes up on is going to be Long Beach Boulevard here. Wow, look at that. Okay, Sheriff's Department intervening there, trying to get this guy to pull over here. Okay, we'll hold position right here. Okay, he's going to be southbound on this residential street here. And, okay, we're going to be coming up eventually on Fernwood Avenue. Eventually on Fernwood Avenue is where this guy should be popping out here. And, wow, look at him. Okay, my goodness, he just made a westbound turn. Okay, look out, Sheriff's Department. Oh, my gosh. Okay, almost had a head on there. Sheriff's Department now kind of picking up steam here as this suspect is looking to drive a little bit faster. There he goes around this right-hand sweeping turn here. He's got a slower car in the way. I believe this is going to be California Avenue here. We are now going to be in Linwood here tracking this reckless driving suspect here northbound on California Avenue, and he'll be coming up on what I believe to be Imperial Highway in a matter of another block or two. So there he goes beyond the intersection there. In another block and a half, he'll be up on Imperial Highway. And again, the intersection of California Avenue northbound is where this guy is going. Okay, I've got you. Yeah, it sure has, but kind of like we saw before, he's just been utilizing these corner businesses as drive-throughs, so he avoids the intersection there. But he is now eastbound and now southbound. It looks like he's going to be into the back of... Okay, hang on. Let me get north here. Okay. Wide out just a touch. I want to see who's at the entrance. Okay, he might be boxing himself in literally here. Wide out. I want to see the entrance here. Okay, no, he's not necessarily trapped at this point. He can come out, but you kind of see what he is doing here. Yeah, it looks like he may be trying to hide. Yeah, we certainly hope so, but we'll kind of watch what happens here and see. Okay, it looks like the door's open. Let's go in tight, Rich. Let's go in tight. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Five's got you. You got the door open here. We got the guy kind of peeking out. He's going to be out of the vehicle here. You see him wearing that flannel. Arms are up, so he is certainly, there you go. Deputies at gunpoint here ordering this guy. Get his hands on his head. All right, you kind of see what's happening here, and he kind of boxed himself in. I think that's what kind of gave the Sheriff's Department the advantage in that they were able to catch up to him and find him in a vulnerable spot and catch up to him, and he was kind of